Hi, everyone. I want to talk to you about four conversations every MSP should have with their customers. And I say this because I work with a lot of MSPs out there of all shapes and sizes. I mean, from very small, just, that kind of that 1 to 3 million range that are doing a lot of break fix work to very large, hundreds of $1 million in revenue. And you'd be surprised at, regardless of your revenue size, how they function internally as a business. And it's interesting to see the different maturity levels of MSPs, regardless of size. I really see four or three maturity levels, I'll call it, from an MSP perspective. One, like I said, the kind of that break fix one, that's just everyone's doing everything. Everyone, you're all a generalist, and there's really no specialty. Lots of project work, and you're just kind of engaging with your customer just at a very, I'll call it, basic IT level. The next one up is where you're growing and you need to change process. And because you're growing, you've got departments now, and you've got different systems to help manage things and process flows. And you're starting to document things much better than you were before. And then the next level up is ones that are really beginning to engage with their customer and talk to them about their business and how their business, how technology within their business can help transform their organization. And so the four things that I see MSPs talk to, or you should be talking to your customers about, is obviously service status report. Everyone's gonna do this. This is how we're performing projects, service tickets. These are the problems we're seeing. Root cause analysis, all that kind of fun stuff. And the next level up, lifecycle management. Hey, these PCs need to replace. This Microsoft software is going end of life, so on and so forth. Just a normal life cycle of networking gear and computers and software and things like that you're going to have in managing any particular IT environment. And that's whether you're in-house IT or whether you're an MSP, you're having these conversations with your boss or with your customers. And the next piece is security. This is where MSPs know that they need to secure their customers, and they're doing the basics, backup and antivirus. Occasionally, I'll see them bringing in managed detection and response MDR solutions that sit on top of antivirus, because we know that antivirus by itself is no longer good enough. Most attacks get by antivirus systems today. Um, and they're having these security conversations. But what they're doing at this level is they're starting to bundle, MSPs are starting to bundle these security products into their per user rates. So the backup software, the security software, they're putting into the user rates, and then they're going to market. And the problem is that the per user rate in the market hasn't changed, but you're adding cogs into your per user rate, which is eating away at your profit. And it's this balancing act. And so really, as an MSP, you need to change the way you think about presenting your services to your customer and how you package them. And there are different ways to do that. We can talk about that, and how to become more profitable as MSP as it relates to security services and so on and so forth. Um, but that's what we start to see at this level, is this packaging when they're bringing in security products, and cogs are starting to chew away, and profitability almost begins to flatline. You were growing at 15, 20% over year, but now all of a sudden it's 8 and 10% because these cogs are just chewing away, and the way you're packaging your services to your customers. And then the last one is transformation. MSPs who engage with customers in their business around transformation, and we're talking about AI here specifically right now, because AI over the last 2 years has dramatically changed the way businesses think and the way they operate and the way employees think. And that has a direct impact on the previous one, security, because employees are doing all kinds of stuff. Security was thought of differently, but hey, we need to protect about ransomware. But now with security is thinking about, we need to protect our data from our own employees, and how do we manage that, and how do we safely introduce AI into our environment. So as an MSP, as you're maturing, you need to almost develop a practice around transformation, like a product like AI. There's MSPs out there, or service providers out there, that focus on particular product types like Dynamics and things like that, SharePoint, so on and so forth. Well, AI is almost that. You're going to need a group of people within your organization that need to understand that, but you need to engage your customers in these transformation conversations, specifically around security. So even if you're not going to build an AI practice and go talk to your customers about agents and how to use AI and Copilot and all those different things, you still need to talk to them about this as it relates to a security perspective. So when we work with MSPs, we're looking for ones that are specifically working in this security transformation space that want to engage their customers in a different way and want to become more profitable as an MSP and how they package their services and put process in place, automation in place, because what we do is help with the automation of security and the management of security related to customers, but we also teach you how to talk to your customers about AI and transformation. And we have in our Fortify process, our Fortify F1 and 2 is about identity and device controls to protect data, but then F3 and F4 projects are around data protection, protecting the business from its own users, one, and then really understanding what users are doing with data. So as an MSP, if you want to grow and you want to grow into the security space and you want to grow into the transformation that how you engage with your customers, that's what we do. We help you with that process. But at the end of the day, you need to be having these four conversations with your customers: service, status, lifecycle management, security, and transformation. Because if you're just going to stay at service status and lifecycle management, there's a million MSPs out there that are doing that, right? It's a commodity item. You really need to be changing how you present yourself to the customer and how you present yourself to the market to show differentiation of your services from the other MSPs that are in the market space. So there you go. Hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.